adventurers, and welcome now to Shout Out Wednesday. Post a comment or ask a question at soulgarden.tv in the Sagittarius viewing room. I'll do my best to answer or shout back 1 week later. Well, it's going to be cloudy and overcast today for the Sages and probably nesting and resting a second day in a row. The moon still in Pisces, so your emotional focus is on survival, home, family, roommate situations, etc. But during the course of the day, we have a little bit of an emotional earthquake. The moon will cross in front of Uranus, which will be a destabilizing force. And when the moon crosses Uranus, it tends to out little emotional booby traps we have in our awareness. Now, this will all center around your survival. So there may be a point during the course of the day where you slip into worry or panic that you're not going to be able to survive, or a certain roommate is going to betray you, or your house is going to fall apart. Anything around your nesting and resting, anything around your home and family, you might be triggered emotionally. And that's the point, to expose this emotional weakness in your soul. And it's not just Uranus. It's Uranus opposing retrograde Saturn and Virgo. So watch the zodiac weather now to see the details on how that looks like on the map. But it may come down to you ping-ponging between rethinking your career, known as Saturn retrograde, and you feeling more grounded and secure on the planet. Perhaps the reason why you feel immature or emotionally sensitive about your survival is because you've been hot dogging it about your career and you're not really having that on the right course. So there'll be a balancing act between the two. Then finally, for our shout out goes to Soul Gardener Sierra, who is a Sagittarius with a Leo rising and a Leo moon. And she writes something that's absolutely hilarious. She says, "Is it me, or does anyone else also hate Leos?" Well, you know, Leos are hard to take, but I'll tell you this, Leos are adorable. If you have a particular problem with Leo, it's probably because you and the Leo are constantly fighting for the thunder. Whenever I see two Leos in a relationship, I ask them, which one of you is in charge? And you know what the Leos do? They both raise their hand. They both think they're in charge of the relationship. Since you have a Leo rising and a Leo moon, probably Leos piss you off because you want to be the star, even though you're a Sag, and your emotions are there too, and so do they. So there's probably just not enough room on a stage for you and a Leo. All right, that's all I have for Shout Out Wednesday. See you folks tomorrow with more. Live, love, be.
Soul Garden.